All right, Coach. First opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Good. 180.
Watch tight. Tight is right. Watch tight. Tight is right.
A first down throw for Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, they obviously read man coverage their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, bro?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watch tight end. Tight is right. Tight is right.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, second down. Well, if you look where that play starts, O-line versus D-line, that was a battle won by the D-line.
Yeah, and oftentimes it's won by quickness, off the ball. Who can handle the guy across from them best? On that play, the defensive line did exactly that.
Throwing on second down. Mayfield over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Landry. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on. I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
You got time right there. Check. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Go out.
Fresno.
49. Check 49. Check 49.
A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 10 yards, good for a Giant first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
10 at the 17.
Check 50. Kill. Hey, alert 3. Slam.
Ready?
Here's Gallman. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Looking a little bit like a continuation of last week. He had 3 tackles for a loss, and now 1 more here in the first quarter of this game.
And there's been no lack of force by him, taking on the offensive linemen, playing them, but also there's a suddenness to his game. They have that initial contact, and then he's gone, moving upfield and making those plays in the backfield.
It's a big body moving upfield, too.
Let's see what you got.
Throwing on second and 14. Jones, that's complete to Gallman. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down.
That's it.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now Gallman. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Alert. 3 down. Check 99. Whip.
Get it.
On second down, Laird. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line.
Hey, wahoo!
We want this.
Throwing, Jones. Flush to his right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Check 43.
Hey.
Gallman will run it. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
First down, Giants.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Switch gears.
Bang. General West.
Check. Lucky.
This is Gallman. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Spawns. No, big grip.
On second down now, Laird. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
The tackle made by Christian.
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here.
3. Go.
Check 93.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Kill. Check 3.
6, pull it high.
Hey, watch the ship.
Now a toss. This is Gallman. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 17-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
On 3rd down, Jones. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
That drive just seemed to go for an eternity. I could kind of hear our sponsors saying, hey, we need to get our product pushed here. But then it ends in a field goal.
Yeah, how about that? Not enough time for product placement, but plenty of time to get 3 points out of the deal. I know that the guys on defense, though, they wanted to get those products out there. They wanted to stop that drive, just were unable to do so.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the 1st half. It's a 1st down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Single receiver. Hey, you're in an
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the bounty blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Check 93 is the mic. 93 is the mic. Check the out. Check the out. Check the out. Check 93 is the mic. 93 is the mic.
Jones now operating from the gun. It's caught. Shepard. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, Laird. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join, who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 3.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back. And room there to work it inside the 25. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Down. 18 Gators.
On the draw, this is Goldman. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here at half number 1.
On the set.
Yeah, I got you. Watch out.
Protein spill.
Check. Hey, watch it.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Rosas' kick is good. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10.
Mike is 59.
Here's Jones From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Go!
Now Jones throwing again. They're going to Gallman here on the screen.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
80 weapons.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They got 5 through the air last play. Now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Hey, orbit. Hey.
Let's go right here. Check 93.
Jones on 1st down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
X3, 218, chopper.
And to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now we've got a giant player here, slow to get up after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check, 59. I got you, son. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
You draw Corker. Ready?
They'll try and run for it, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
Good. 180.
Heavy. 13, spell 13, watch 13.
Mayfield on play action. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check, 47. No chance.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mayfield. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. They'll get 3 out of the dump-off there, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing, Mayfield. Credit the Giants' defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Switch.
Point it right, point it right, point it right. Bravo!
47 Mike.
Pistol. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. And this is going to be hauled in. Oh, what a catch at the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Mike 47. Let's go, baby. Get that ball.
1st down, Mayfield. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, alert 33. Hey, Foxtrot.
Crunch time, defense. 47 Mike. Mike 47. Army. Mike's 47. You can't block me.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. Toward the pylon, caught. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And that will force a turnover on downs. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Result of the play is a turnover on down.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Ready?
I'm here all day.
Hey, C6, now.
To throw from his end zone. Jones, incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's third down. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Jones now to throw from his end zone. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be fielded at the 6.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter down in Arizona. And not much trouble for the 49ers in that one. They open the lead a bit further. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. From the 31, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. The reception good for 7. It's third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They'll run on first down. Laird, and he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll cut the lead to 21-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
We got 4.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage.
Jabril Peppers on the coverage.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check, 47. Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Mayfield now. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Now, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I want to take your role, partner, but up in the 4th quarter and going for it on 4th down and picking it up. How about that?
A big chance. That's why football is not for the faint of heart. A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Tackle made by Antoine Bethea. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, sometimes when you try to defend OBJ, you're going to get a PI call.
You might get a PI called at just about any point during his route, and I think a lot of teams have taken the whole philosophy of, hey, just go ahead and do what you have to do and hope eventually they'll quit calling it.
And he takes this one in for a Brown score. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Jones now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. on the ground. It's Gallman again. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
70, Indy. Hey, exit.
It's a gain of 6.
Pilot, 64, quick.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Golden Tate. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run again here with Gallman. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Catch made by Slayton. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line.
61, match box, Mike.
On first down, Laird. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll keep it on the ground. Laird. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. On third down, Laird. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. PAT up and good by Rosas. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
180. Check 47. Watch the curl, watch the curl, watch the curl.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And a solid run down inside the 30. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on third. Now Mayfield. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Seibert on for the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. So they hit the ball before it went 10 yards. I know that's tough, but you got to stay disciplined.
It is difficult because you're so eager to go get the football. It's that type of a play, but you're exactly right. Have to have the discipline to let it go 10 first.
Here we go, set, 50, plant, Leo.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Giants, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.